J.D. Vance promising to remember where he came from as he hosted a hometown rally today. And thanks for joining us at 5 o'clock. I'm Cherie Palello here with Chris Jacobs.
And I'm Mike Dardis, live here at Middletown High School along the campaign trail with J.D. Vance, the Ohio U.S. Senator, who spoke today in front of an enthusiastic, raucous Republican crowd. Of course, Middletown, his hometown, well documented in his book, Hillbilly Elegy. Graduated from Middletown High School. I'm in the auditorium at the high school. He graduated from here back in 2003. Talked about a lot of things, of course, in the speech today. But one of the things he discussed was being grateful. Grateful for the people who elected him to the U.S. Senate. Grateful for former President Donald Trump selecting him a week ago today, in fact, to be the VP nominee. And also grateful to his hometown, Middletown, for hosting him.
It is so good to be back home for once, isn't it? Wow. We had an amazing crowd here. We have an amazing crowd here. We had hundreds of people outside that couldn't even get in, and I'm just so grateful to Middletown for welcoming me home. It is good to be here. Thank you, guys. God bless you.
In his second rally on the campaign trail, J.D. Vance embracing his hometown of Middletown and the grandma, or mama, who he says was his rock.
That was a little girl, and I guess there was some pretty bad abuse in her house. And when that little girl ran away from home and tried to find a safe space, she asked, "Where could I go?" And everybody said, "You can go to Bonnie Vance's house."
U.S. Senator Vance also talking about that magic moment a week ago today when former President Donald Trump made him the VP nominee.
So I had no idea what was coming. And when the president called me and asked me, he said, "Would you like to run as my vice presidential running mate?" I said, "Well, yeah, of course." Right? What do you... We didn't come all this way to say no.
And you know what happens at these political rallies. You have a lot of speakers who line up before him. And unfortunately, one of the Republicans who spoke before him stirred up a little bit of controversy today. State Senator George Lang, representing Butler County, talked about if the Democrats won the White House, it'd have to be a civil war, in his words, to turn it back around. Of course, that didn't just swirl around here, but so as well became a national story today. George Lang, later when confronted about those comments, apologized and said he should not use language like that.